speak for Brad. I'm going to help Brad out. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Who are you? I'm Brad's wonderful wife, Madeline. Wow, this is so lovely, but now I'm going to go into Brad's voice. Okay. This is a special place. It took me 5 minutes to realize that when I interviewed here for a job in 2006, I wanted to work here. I'd already interviewed at a dozen other practices and cold called South Suburban Gastroenterology. Can anyone say that? On a whim.
She's a radiation oncologist.
I called them on a whim. I was impressed immediately because a real human answered the phone. I was incredibly lucky because they just decided to hire someone but hadn't posted anywhere yet. I interviewed the next week, and within 5 minutes, I knew it was where I wanted to be. Everyone from the people who greeted me at the door, to the nurses, to the doctors, had a sense of calm and joy that no other place had demonstrated. There was an immediate sense that the culture here was exactly what anyone would be looking for. It's worth noting that Bernie Smith started this practice in 1986. He built a culture that continues to this day. It should also be noted that I like Bernie much more as a partner than as an ex-partner, but this is beside the point. Bernie established a patient-first culture that has persisted to this day. When someone comes to work here, they have no choice but to buy into this culture, mostly because they see quite quickly that it's the right way to do things. But it doesn't happen by accident. We've been incredibly lucky to have an amazing group of physicians who I have been proud to call my partners. They are all very special to me, but I must say I've been blessed to have Greg Bolduc as a mentor. When I first came here, his Rain Man-like knowledge of medicine, his incredible compassion and dedication to his patients were instrumental at helping me become the physician I am today. I've also learned so much from Tom's analytical view of things, Chris's incredible work ethic, Brian's astounding efficiency, and John's amazing ability to put a smile on everyone's face, especially his patients. Some of the biggest reasons I've always come to work with a smile on my face is the incredible team we have around us to help support everything the practice does. I've never had to ask any staff member or nurse to do anything twice. I ask once and it is done. It's hard to overstate the value of this. Our staff treats the patients with compassion and patience so that by the time they see us, they already feel like they have been well cared for. Our nurses have such an incredible joy and positive attitude, making people who are in the incredibly vulnerable position of having their backsides exposed feel somehow at ease. We were late to the game of hiring nurse practitioners, but it has been such a joy working with them. I feel like I've learned as much from them as I have ever taught them. And of course, there is Mary. She is the leader of it all, and after my dad, she is the best boss I ever had. I've always called her my second wife, and somehow Madeline is not jealous. I always hoped I would retire before Mary because the thought of having to run this place without her is terrifying. Of course, I never wanted it to happen quite the way it did. It has been an incredible privilege to have this endoscopy center named in my honor. That such an amazing group of people will want to do it makes it all the more of an honor. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Let's party.
Let's party.
Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you to all the famous people who showed up, like the mayor.